Hello everybody, it is SeKo Starcraft here, bringing you some more games from the Red Bull Battlegrounds, picking and choosing some of the series that looked really cool to me. We've got a game with sOs going up against Hyun, Quantic Hyun, and Woojin Stars SOS. I thought it was really funny. I was watching the commentary on this lowly mineral patch on the side. It's got to be one of the longest mining distances to a single mineral patch in a game. Very lonely mineral patch. This map is another one of the funky maps they had. Oh, SOS is going to be probably Forge expanding here. Another funky map just for the Rebel Battlegrounds. See? Proof. Nothing too out of the ordinary about it. Kind of split down the middle. Not super fast rush distances. You kind of got to crater all the way along to the bottom in order to get across. I don't know if you can squeeze through. We'll see as the game goes on if there's any kind of other shortcuts here. I've not played on this map. I've only seen it a couple of times. Not by far one of the more standard ones. Hyun versus SOS. Hyun, I've casted so many of his games because the guy's an absolute baller when it comes to those European series. Beercraft is in effect. Actually looks like it might be just a Nexus first. Sometimes it's nice to go for that Forge expand so you can go cannon rush people in the face, make them really sad. Haven't run into as much of that on ladder recently. Still playing ladder random myself, just taking on all the different races and getting schooled with all of them. Don't know. Gold League seems tougher than it once was. He is going to scout quickly. The funny thing, if there was a pylon there, he would not have seen it. Go, 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 go. It's important to do these little scouts maps like this. It's very easy to put two gates over on this side, and as a zerg player, you'll just lose straight up. Hyun's actually going for a pool before his hatch. A little bit safer on that side, and because Hyun's going to scout that pretty late, he's not going to really be able to do anything to capitalize on that. We'll see if the economy here from SOS is really going to take off over his opponent. That pylon looks a little bit delayed there but I guess he can get down to gateway regardless, so it's not like he's going to be banking up too much money. Probe will see the timing of this hatch. We'll come down here and check for a third hatch. It's pretty common to do that. It would have been pretty ballsy for Hyun to go for a third hatch. Oh. Looks like he is going to be going for the third hatch right now. With one Ling down here, he'll actually be able to help clean this up a lot faster. And away that goes. Pretty safe going down with this hatcher after seeing that Forge expand. I mean, there's nothing that can even make attacking units out for the protoss player right now. The other good news about ladder, though, actually, is I've been running into a lot more people that are really polite and well-mannered and want to, like, practice and play games and invite me to their clans, and I thought that was very, very interesting and very positive. You know, I really like seeing that Starcraft play doesn't always have to be about, you know, I banged your mom and GG leave, easy, get out, you know, those kinds of things. And in a lot of games, when I'm playing in the lower leagues, that's what a lot of the games are. There's not too often these really close matches that you see when you watch, you know, pro games where they only stay until they know they essentially have lost and they leave. In the amateur stuff, you're like, I can do it. You know what, guys? I've got myself a command center with a mule. I don't care if he's got, you know, 4 broodlords like already shooting at it. I'll make it. You just have to, you know, have a little bit of trust that I'll pull it together. Nothing but tons and tons of workers. That makes it seem like it's going to be a much, much later game. Oh, they did get one Ling in the base there. And one Ling... Well, it's nice to just have it in there. Until a stalker comes out, there's really not much you can do to stop it. There's not even a stock in production. There's not even a mothership core in production, which is a little bit strange. Generally, I would expect to see people that go for this faster expand want to get out of their mothership core. I guess there is this very, very, very tiny patch on the side there. How do we spin? Oh yeah, there we go. I figured out the spinning mechanics. Woo! Well, sees the Stargate. I guess there's nothing that Hyun needs to worry about. You can kind of tell the shape of the unit coming out of here, so he should be able to see that Void Rays are coming at him. Surprised that he didn't wait to kill that Zergling before that happens. But a Void Ray at this point isn't too big of a deal. Maybe he'll get out an extra couple of queens or something like that, but it'll be a while for the Void Rays there. And even then, it would be the Oracle that would probably scare me more. A lot faster, a lot more likely to get in a lot of damage. Yes. Beer craft. Kill the blades. Robo, so pretty good mix of all the tech. A few more gateways going down now. We'll see if this is maybe some sort of funky, immortal void ray play. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. Might just be for a third base expansion. When you have that void ray count out, it's very difficult for the Zerg player to really just move across the map and deny these bases. They can get a lot of Zerglings out, true, and flood it and maybe take it down, but that's a pretty big commitment. If you got yourself out a few attacking units, you can generally do alright. What I do enjoy watching, though, out of pro players is their balance of when they're going to get upgrades and not. The Protoss players had this forge since the beginning, but has not started any upgrades because he's rather focused on getting out tech, void rays, and even this warp prism. So it looks like he's going to be going for some sort of 4-gate, maybe in-base warp and use the void rays to help control the high ground, which I think would be really good. I think it would be really smart. And likewise with our Zerg player, no upgrades either at this point, just complete economy. And I find that there's this temptation that you want to get out those upgrades really fast, because they just pay more and more dividends, and they take so long to get, you really have to focus on them. But we can see that that is not necessarily the play that our Protoss player wants to take. This is unfortunate. Gonna wait for the very last second. Nope, there it goes down the force field. 2 void rays and a 4 zealots, so they're gonna be pretty effective at dealing with what's inside of this base here. 1 queen's already down. Drones are on hold position here, but eventually they're going to get hit. Yeah, once the queen dies, they will attack whatever they can. Roaches on the low ground, though, are going to help out a little bit, because at least they can shoot up and hit some of these zealots. He's actually going to lose some workers here, but he's keeping all of these zealots forced up right against the edge of the ramp, so he managed to kill a lot of those off. Big pile of roaches around now. It's really unfortunate he's losing all of these overlords. That's a pretty big supply block, and probably could have gotten even more. I mean, there's just 1 queen here. That's, well, now there's 2. So let's say there's not much for anti-air kicking around. So let's just see what kind of damage got put in from that. 12 worker kills. Ooh, there's 1 zealot there still. Transfused? Oh, there was an energy port. Alright, and back at home we actually have 2 base colossus going out. We didn't get another expansion. We see that Hyun knows all of this is happening. He has seen the extra gateways, likely has seen the immortal production. So it's pretty all-in-ish. It's a pretty 2 base all-in-ish here from SOS. I don't know about the Spire. It could be a long time before that Spire gets finished. I mean, it'd be nice to get out some of those corruptors, but it's very likely that this army is coming to attack now. So whatever you want to try to make out of the Spire will not be there in time. I hope Hyun read into that this was going to be essentially a 2 base play. It would probably be more worth as well just to get more roaches and to really try to overwhelm this army, or more spine crawlers, something to help him slow it down. And that's a good enough army there. I mean, SOS doesn't have a lot of supply. Nice force fields. Does snipe one of the void rays. Queens they've got more range for air attacks than they do for land attacks. So you can see that they're actually hitting the Colossus from the back there because their range of attack is a lot better. Supplies dropping pretty fast for Hyun here. I mean, he's trying to get out a little bit more of the Hydras and more Roaches, but now it's not good times. I think that was a pretty good little play from SOS there. I'm a little bit surprised that Hyun wasn't able to read into that this was going to be a 2 base all-in, or he just really didn't have any way to deal with it. This is such a good army. No upgrade. Well, he's got +1. But smart play from SOS, dealing with what is generally a very aggressive and very strong Hyun. Game 1 to the Protoss. SeKo Starcraft. Game 2 is coming at you in just a moment.